So, Super Mario Brothers movie
Wahoo!
that we're late on reviewing. I mean, a week late on reviewing.
Yeah.
Now, who wants to say it first?
What?
Oh, what? It wasn't that good of a movie. I'll say it. It was definitely made for kids. I understand both sides.
Movie. I love that movie.
Huh?
I love that movie.
Well, So what I was gonna say is I understand because I know the Rotten Tomatoes thing was an issue. I understand both sides of that thing, where it's like if you like actually try to stop and like dissect the movie to be like, there's no plot in this movie. Things just happen for the sake of happening. But then you look at it's a kids movie, so if you just don't think about it that hard and be like just go and watch it, it's like this is actually enjoyable, especially if you have some idea of what some of the stuff is or some of the references, or you have like some love for Mario. It's like, it's just like a fun watch. It's like, but there's no story, there's no plot. It's just shit is just happening, and then it's over. But it's a kids movie, so it's like,
all right,
yeah, no, but I'm saying, but if you're going to watch, but no, because like you'll watch a Pixar movie and there's like stuff in there for the adults where it's like, okay, this is a little bit, there's like stuff, there's like story, there's plot, there's like things that's going on, and it's still a kids movie. This is just lights flashing colors for kids, but I enjoyed watching it. So like so I can understand both sides of that argument.
I think this is go ahead.
I just got finished watching John Wick 1. That shit was mindless as fuck.
Oh, yeah, it really was.
It skipped around so goddamn fast. It was like, within like 5 minutes, we met his wife in the hospital, dies. Then 5 minutes later, he gets a dog, goes to the gas station, nigga wants his car, doesn't get the car, comes to his house, takes the car, kills the dog, and now John Wick is on a fucking murderous rampage for the next hour, 45 minutes. There's no fucking plot line whatsoever. It's just mindless ass shooting, creative kills over a dog in a car. So at the end of the movie, spoiler, he gets a new dog, and then he's like, now I'm going to get my car.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It's mindless fucking just killing and fun.
But then again, if somebody was like, yo, this movie has no plot, I'd be like, yeah, I understand. I agree with you and understand. But it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm saying that plays to the Mario movie as well. To me, it's like, okay, there's no real plot. It's just like things are just happening, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like, so that's I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I liked it.
Yeah.
I feel like Mario was one of the best movies I watched in like the last 3 years. I really enjoyed that movie from like beginning to end. I don't know what I expected, and
I didn't expect anything.
Walk back I gotta walk back my Chris Pratt takes.
Chris Pratt,
he did it fine.
Yeah,
I told y'all
it was fine.
He wasn't gonna do nothing.
It didn't make
like,
or break the movie. They had the original voice actor in there. Like it didn't take away from the movie whatsoever, and like him and his voice made sense where they are plumbers from Brooklyn, and they happen to go. Something happens in spoiler. Wee. So, they're plumbers. They're trying to get jobs. They recently quit working for their old boss, what happens to be Sebastian Maniscalco, which I just found out. I didn't know who he was supposed to be, but he was Spike. So they quit working for Spike, and now they're going into business for themselves. And now they don't know how to, get their names out there and make money. So they go to fix a problem that's happening in the city. They fuck around and go in the sewer and get sucked into a green pipe, and that's when the adventure begins and shit, right? But now, it's just a whole bunch of wacky and wonky shit. You meet Toad, you see Bowser, the Koopas and all that stuff. And Bowser's trying to find the star. So he wants the star so Princess will be in love with him or like him more so they can get married or whatever. And it was just a fun movie. It was a lot of Easter eggs in there. Like I remember one off rip where like they were going through the Mushroom Kingdom and Toad and Mario had passed the stand of like antiques, and the nigga handed them a fucking Nintendo cartridge. Like, no, for it to work, you got to blow it.
Like even like in the beginning, in the beginning of the movie when Mario and Luigi were running to their first job, all the obstacles and stuff that they're running through is like a recreation, I believe, of the first world.
Yeah, like the fucking steel beams and all that stuff.
Everything, it's all places. So it's like it's that first world. So like, even they got Easter eggs and stuff like that. So then obviously like when he made it to like was it Castle Burgers or whatever, it's like the end of the level. But like it was a recreation of the level, and they just made it look like a New York street or whatever. But
yeah.
So there's like little stuff like that that's hidden in there.
They had the Mario rap.
Yeah, the Mario rap from the actual show.
Yeah. And the DK rap.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone was perfectly cast. I didn't have a problem with anyone. No one felt out of place. I just found out the voice of Peach. I think she's like British or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Anna Taylor-Joy. I don't know if she's British.
I don't know if she's British, but she's definitely from another country. She's not American.
Yeah, I think she's.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with anyone. Everyone was good. Toad was good. Bowser was good. Luigi, Mario, Peach, everybody. The fucking star trapped in a cage. Rosalia Star that was trapped in the cage. That was just morbid as fuck. Yeah, the penguins. Like everybody was cool. Everybody was good, and like I want to go see it again. Not because like my kids ruined the first watching of it, but I really enjoyed that movie. I wasn't even like impaired or nothing like that. I just went in there, bought a bunch of popcorn and slushies and shit. $60 later, I was like, you know what? I spent that $60.
Yeah. No, it was good. And it made a lot of money, so you ain't the only one who enjoyed it. We ain't the only ones who enjoyed it.
That shit 500 million counting. They said that's the best video game to movie adaptation ever, as far as like how much it made in the box office.
I think it had the biggest animation opening ever.
Yeah, it was like 100 million at that point.
Yeah.
But this is live action and animated. It was like this is the best adaptation ever. I'm like, cool. This is dope.
For really, yeah. Listen, we're in a renaissance.
No, we're in a pick-me era. Like,
well, that too. But I'm saying we got The Last of Us, so that was a really good adaptation. We got this. That's a good, especially compared to what we got originally for Mario Brothers adaptations, which I just found out was the first video game movie adaptation, and I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't Blade Runner.
No, Blade Runner was a video game.
No,
I'm pretty sure it was a book. It might have been a book. That's a book. I mean, like video game to movie. I think the Super Mario Brothers was the first one to be done. I think, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, it seems like we're in a upward trend where these things are starting to slowly come out, and then there's a higher percentage chance that it's going to actually be pretty decent to good to maybe even great. Like it's not. It's no longer Double Dragons and whatever.
I'm gonna bring that shit up.
Yeah,
I forgot all about this shit.
Even though I'm be honest with you, because I watched it as a kid, I feel like I remember actually kind of liking watching it because I was a kid when I watched it.
Oh no, I hated it as a kid.
I feel like
you brought up Double Dragons.
Yeah, so look, you had the medallions, you put them together. It's more of a time. Click, click.
And then
my God.
Almost that Jack Black is eligible for an Oscar.
Oh, hell
that
yeah.
Peaches song might be the best song since It's Hard Out Here for him.
That shit funny. Peaches. This is stupid, man.
I have no clue who wrote it.
Probably him.
I think it was him. That shit is fire.
I feel like he wrote it.
Oh, bro.
He had to.
It's fire then.
Yeah, nah, Jack Black is that man, dog.
Yo, when I tell you, I was laughing so fucking hard at that shit. Like I couldn't stop because it had no business being that funny. But I just kept laughing because it was his mom right next to me. I was just like, I'm sorry, this shit is just way too fucking funny for no fucking reason.
It's hilarious to me. I've been singing that shit since.
Yo, this shit is so fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Jack Black, man. Who'd have thought?
And I think, and this might be a long shot, but I'm gonna stand on it. I think that Nintendo has the makings of a better universe than Marvel can do. If they keep the pace that they're going right now, as far as like kids, right? As far as like kid things. All right. The example I gave on stream, right? When it came to the Marvel movies, right? There were a lot of characters that we had to get the public acclimated to. We had to get them familiar with that. When it comes to Nintendo, it's not a lot of motherfuckers that don't know who Mario is, Bowser is, Peach, you know, a whole bunch of other people that have to do with Nintendo, right? So that's the easier sell to people, right? And more than likely, if you got the kids, you got everybody. Like once you got the kids, you making your money hand over fist, right? So They start with this Mario movie. If you stayed until like the end of the credits, I think they're introducing Yoshi, so there's gonna be a part 2. And there's so many characters that you can work off of. They talking about, well, not Nintendo's per se, but Jack Black says he want Mario 2 to have Pedro Pascal play Wario.
That'd be lit.
So you have so much to build on. You have so many characters that the public already knows because they've been playing Nintendo games since what, 1982 or some shit like that. So all these characters we know, you can have spin-offs of literally everybody. Like, I want to see a Luigi's Mansion game after him running through the Death Valley shit. You could literally have a Donkey Kong Country game. He introduced Diddy in the fucking movie. You can literally have you can have a Mario Kart thing. You can introduce mad characters with Mario Kart. You can literally do a bunch of shit. Now he got Yoshi. It's a whole new adventure that we can go on, and then you could sidestep and do a whole Yoshi origin with all the different colors. You can make that funny and entertaining. But it's like, it's so much that you can do where if they take all the good that Marvel did and I guess learn from the bad that Marvel did, they can possibly create a universe better than Marvel.
Are you talking quality or box office? As far as story writing,
I'm not talking quality because, you know, obviously, like I said, it's a kid's fucking genre. But box office, it's possible.
Okay, that's different.
Because, like I said, once you got the kids, you're good. You know, that's why songs like Old Town Road did what they did. That's why like all these little kid bops and jingles. That's why all these songs on TikToks do what they do. It's because you got the kids, you got the youth. Once you get the kids or the youth, you're making money just in your sleep, just doing nothing. But I feel like with so many characters and at some point, their fucking Avengers pile-up thing could be Smash Brothers. Like, you could do so much with this shit. It's crazy. Like, you haven't introduced Kirby yet. There's Zelda, Link, Samus. There's a whole bunch of shit that you have to pick from. This can literally be an entire universe to go on for the next 15, 20 years. As long as Nintendo knows when to cut it, they can literally make this shit for like 15, 20 years.
I say maybe, because just because you know the characters doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be successful. That's part of the battle. That does help, but it's not indicative of success. Because then you look at DC, everybody knows who Superman and Wonder Woman and fucking Batman are, but the fucking DC movies were garbage because they weren't well made. So just because,
I mean, everything has to line up though. We have to have recognizable characters, and we have to have good product. They both have to meet. If you have these exponential, just amazing characters and a shit storyline, then
So I was like, I just don't know if it's a guarantee. And then the other thing was,
I think they could. It's all hypotheticals. It's all just me being speculative.
And even with this movie, it got lucky because it happened to work out. But like some of those properties, I think will be easier to do than others. Like, so like, what's the story of Mario? Like, there is no real story in Mario. Like, so they kind of, they just made it. They made something up, but like, there's no like, so like, if you do something Zelda wise, like, okay, there's actually story there. There's like a plotting there, so like that's a little. Yeah,
everything doesn't have to have like an ingrained storyline. We all know this is like, this nigga's fighting an ape in like the first game. He's hitting barrels, mushrooms come out. Like, this doesn't have to be like an intricate storyline. It could just be something fun. It could be just the total opposite of Marvel. So y'all used to this storylines and plot development and character development, all this shit. This is just mindless ass Mario fun. This nigga turns into a fucking raccoon that flies. He gets capes and shit. He eats mushrooms. He touches flowers. He throws fire. I mean, once you start getting into like the real motherfuckers, like if you want to get serious and get like to Link and Samus and shit like that, the Metroid shit, you can do that there. But Luigi's Mansion should be just dumb fun.
I mean, it has to be intricate story. I just mean some of these things don't have story, period. And then that's where you kind of can run into trouble, because it's like there is no story, so then you're just doing anything. That's like how we ended up with the 1993 or whatever fucking year that came out. There is no story in the Mario Brothers video games. It's just like a dude and you just jumping and you're trying to save a princess. So now it's like, okay, we got a meteor hit the Earth and then it made a parallel dimension where dinosaurs evolved into humans. And now we're gonna mix the worlds together, and I'm gonna de-evolve you. And now toads are fucking dinosaurs with small ass head and big ass bodies, and
Zika babies,
and Zika babies, and then fucking it's a fungus all everywhere, but it's the king. Like, so it's like. I'm just saying.
Dennis Hopkins again.
Yeah, so I'm just saying there's a danger in there where it's like because there's nothing there, they can end up doing something that's just ridiculous and could possibly lose the momentum they got going. But if it's the same people, I think if they keep this up, you're right. I do think it could be a very successful thing, especially like if you're talking about like, all right, the Smash Brothers thing, or we could do Mario now, then we could do some Kirby shit, and if that takes off, we do Kirby, maybe do some Samus shit if that takes off, do some Zelda shit, could do some what was the game that Mario was playing?
Icarus?
Kid Icarus shit, maybe even like so they got lots of properties where they could do that, and if they do it well, you're right, they could create a cinematic universe and then culminate that into like a Smash Brothers type of thing, which would be fucking amazing. So yeah, I want this to be successful because that'd be fucking cool as shit.
I feel like though they have 30 years of source material, 30 years of people getting it right, people getting it wrong. Like if you fuck this up at this point, this is just pure stupidity and y'all wasn't paying attention. Y'all have the internet, y'all have examples like DC, Marvel, all these other franchises that you just have, you can just look at the trajectory of what's going on. You can see what works, what didn't work, how long we should do this, what we should do. Should we just introduce characters that are lesser known, or should we just stay at the top tier characters and just bleed those dry? Like there's a lot of shit that they could do. There's a lot of shit to learn from. If you fuck this up, that's to your own. Just like y'all just don't care at this point. You're like y'all thought we was fools and y'all just threw anything out there.
Yeah,
I do think it depends on what IP they use to where they have to take it seriously or not. Like what you were saying, like the Mario, nobody really cares. It could be goofy. Donkey Kong don't really care. Zelda's a different story because there's a story involved. Samus is different. It's a more serious story. Even Star Fox, his father dies.
Star Fox would be fucking fire.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely. Kirby, I don't know a lot about the Kirby games. I don't know if there's really like stories.
I have no clue what this origin of Kirby is.
I don't know. Just make some shit up.
Maybe that could be, yeah, so I'm saying maybe that could be a little. Yeah, there's going to be some stuff is going to have to follow a little bit more strict storyline just because that's what you really would expect out of these characters. Some of them is a little bit more free. I just think my only point to that was like when there's no story already established, there's room to just start making really dumb decisions. Like if you're following something that's a established storyline, there's a little bit more rules that you gotta kind of play within that will hopefully make the product possibly be better. And then when there's nothing there, I think there's a chance where you could just like, oh, we're just gonna do anything because it doesn't matter. It's like this is the thing. There's no story here, so we're gonna do this, and then this dumb thing happens, and this, and it's like, all right, well, this is a little too much. This is my only concern, but I could be wrong, and I'm willing to be wrong because I like the movie, so I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
thought it was fun. Definitely a kids movie. Like definitely a kids movie.
My kids enjoy it. Yeah, I probably enjoyed it more than them.
Well, yeah, because you get the references and all that stuff. So that's you enjoyed it for a different reason. For them, it's just like shiny and stuff is happening.
Yeah, I feel like it just hit all the nostalgia points in me as like a kid. Like this is what I wanted to see. Like, and it just did everything. Like the motherfuckers when the niggas got the star at the end, I was happy as shit. Them niggas came together and whooped Bowser's ass. I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy right now. So many colors and shit. I'm like, oh, I have to go see this again.
But yeah, shout to Bobby.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the movie, Bobby? Got anything?
I liked it. Like,
did you go with your daughter first of all?
Yeah. Of course I did.
I don't know, niggas. Yo, hey, this is more for us than them. I don't give a fuck.
Man, she know what Mario is. Like to a certain extent. Never played it before, but she know what the fuck it is. I just hate that she always have to use the bathroom in the middle of some shit. I'm like, oh god.
No, you on your own, baby. You big enough. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it was cool. I liked it.
Stranger danger. That's it.
Stranger danger.
There's a whistle. In case somebody knows.
But yeah, I do think it's as far as like the Nintendo franchise and universe and stuff like that, what they're coming out with, it does have a chance to be bigger than Marvel box office wise. Because if I'm being honest, Sonic 1 and 2 wasn't that good. It was just average, honestly. And it still made a lot of money. But with this shit doing what it's doing, it's making money. I can see.
Because you know why? It was good compared to what we expected it to be. You know what I mean? So like should have been, again, another video game that doesn't really have a lot of story to it, right? So then it's like, all right, so now we're just gonna do whatever, and like, okay, so this just happened to turn out okay. Like this should have been a disaster, but it was like, this is cool, this is all right. So like again, we're on that incline. So hopefully they keep this momentum going. And then you're right. Like if they hit all these properties right, you got the Yoshi, you got the Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong Racing, or whatever you want to do, some shit like that. Like it could fuck around and be cool, man. Gonna be lit.
Okay. All right. So, any other closing remarks on Mario?
What ratings?
Peaches.
Like, what was your favorite part? Least favorite part? Part you could do without?
Oh yeah, the Peaches song was it was did it for me.
Yes, that
stuck in my fucking head. Oh man,
what else happened in that movie? That was pretty cool. I liked everything. I don't know.
The Luigi's Mansion shit was really good.
That was cool.
I wish teaser to that was really good. I like that.
Yeah. I wish he did more with that.
They showed him his babies.
Like the Rainbow Road. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was funny. Yeah, they showed him as the babies. I like the Rainbow Road stuff. That was cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, I see you. It was just good, man.
Yeah.
I like Toad. It was funny.
Toad was cool.
Yeah, it's like I just like it. It's just like I get it. Like I get it. Like I get it. It's like this is for kids, but it's cool, man.
Yeah. Robbie says, sidebar, why no one talks shit about Mario Kart 8 and it's only a year younger than GTA 5? Because I think Mario Kart just did their first course update like a year and a half ago or a year ago, something like that. GTA been doing shit since it came out. And we be like, when y'all gonna make a new one?
Yeah.
I mean, Mario Kart is just mindless fun. GTA just keep giving us shit and then having us make us pay for more shit. At least with the courses they gave us, it was like, all right, y'all get like 12 new courses over the next, year or so, and y'all only got to pay this. GTA been robbing people for like 10 years.
Yeah, they got like what, 4 billion? Got 4
just
billion on one game.
If you willingly pay for it, they ain't robbing you. You made the choices.
But it's okay, so for the people that make their money off of that game, where it was like, this is all they stream, and then for the people it was like, hey, y'all keep coming out with new content. All right, I'll buy it. And that becomes it becomes like a habit, like an addiction. Now I gotta have the new shit that comes out. I gotta have the new GTA pack that comes. I gotta be able to rob banks and fly planes and get all this shit and do that shit. At that point, it's like, all right, y'all doing a little bit too much. But nobody talks shit because, I mean, nobody's really on Mario Kart the way they on GTA.
Yeah.
Like Mario Kart is more like a party game. It's like, oh, y'all want to play such and such? They're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Niggas on GTA like hardcore.
Yeah, I think it's different audiences.
Yeah.
And different because it's a Mario Kart game. It's a racing. It's like also it's like how much more different stuff are you really gonna do in a Mario Kart game?
Yeah.
So it's like we can let this one ride for a little bit. And I think the biggest issue people have with the GTA 5 thing is just it's been on like 5 different consoles. Like it came out on the 360, then it was on the Xbox One, and then now it's on the Series X. It's like, but it's the same fucking game. It's been like 12 years. Like it's like
yeah.
And I think the other issue that a lot of people have is that it's been that long, and as far as I can remember, there's been no story DLC for that game. So it's also like you're gonna keep just porting it over just for the online stuff, but then even people who play single player they don't get anything.
Oh, you mean for the single player? Oh, okay.
Yeah, single player stuff. So it's like, hey, we get some content there too.
Shit,
they used to do that. They used to have Ballad of Gay Tony stuff, all that. Whatever.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff. Like they used to do that, and then they sort of just stopped. And it's like it's been a long time. So like for other people, it's like, well, I just want a new one because now I want a new single player experience.
Yeah,
there's nothing for it. But you keep moving it over because you're making money on the multiplayer. So it's like I want GTA 6, so I have a new GTA that I could play because I'm not gonna play the online stuff, but I'll play the story mode. But it's not out yet, and it's never coming out because you just keep moving it from console to console. I think that's also where some of that anger comes from.
Yeah.
What's up, Rich?
You know what I was thinking? Like people think this Mario game made numbers. Wait until they come out with a fucking Fortnite movie.
Oh yeah.
They come out with a fucking Fortnite movie.
Do they still fuck with Fortnite like that?
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
I don't know.
They just came out with Attack on Titan. Motherfucker swinging with the fucking like gear shit.
My nigga,
Like doing
I
all
was just
that?
watching John Wick. My daughter said, John Wick, Fortnite.
Yeah.
They don't know no characters from nothing else.
Yeah.
If it's for Fortnite, they know about it. They don't know nothing else.
They get Steven Spielberg, put that seasoning on it, get all them fucking IPs.
Yo, it's a fucking rap, yo. If they were to tell every company that they borrowed a skin from, like, yo, y'all gonna make
billions.
Not even. Like something like if they gave everybody a fair number, a fair share, like there's no way in hell this movie might be in one of them top 10 joints where it was like the top 10 grossing movies of all time. Like this shit gonna surpass like 1 billion first week. Like tickets, you ain't gonna be able to buy tickets nowhere.
No more.
There's not a kid under like 15 that won't go see this movie.
Yeah.
And it's more adults that play this shit than kids, I think. Yeah. I feel like I'm probably wrong, but I feel
some of these damn streamers in there, Ninja and all that shit. Watch.
Oh my god! You telling me Ninja not gonna make he gonna make a cool 20 off that movie? Fucking and then they gonna have some movie exclusive skins. Like, watch it be some shit where it's like, yo, if you buy a ticket, you get access to this skin. Like, what? They gonna make? I just gave y'all an idea. Don't steal my shit. But
Too late.
I know, right? Let's rate the Mario movie 1 through 10. That's what you got.
7.5.
Okay.
7?
I'll take that. Bobby Splackavelli, what you got?
I'll give it an 8.
8?
Yeah.
I can do 8.
8 is like, yeah, you should go see it. It wasn't nothing crazy. It was just
nostalgic.
Yeah. It
was just nice to see a good Mario movie.
Yeah, and fucking Mario had a family.
Yeah.
A fucking family.
They made sense of everything. Like, how is this human nigga in this Mushroom Kingdom? Why does Peach look the way she do? Why she don't look nothing like the rest of the Toads? Everything made sense.
Yeah.
I give it an 8.5. Like I said, I really liked it. I'm going to go see it again or leave theaters. I don't think it's leaving theaters no time soon. I think it'll be in there at least another month.
Oh, hell no.
So I want to assume I have time, but I liked it that much that I'm going to see it again by myself, and I might be drunk. So we'll see. I might go to a kids movie. Hey, move the fuck.
That nigga, peaches.
Oh, you're so cool.
Like, sir.
Sir, you can't scream at the screen. Shut up! I paid my money just like everybody else.
Mario.
Yeah.
Luigi, duck. Luigi.
You know we had in '93.
They don't know what we were.
They
don't know what we were.
Look how far we came.
They could never take away what we were.
Oh shit. Oh man.
HDR is just really killing me, and I don't know why it reminded me of the first time they seen the guy in Spy Kids 3. That natural light, baby.
Oh man.
Nigga Hesh is a demon. Let's see. Eating quiche and shit.
Alright, so I won't broaden my horizons anymore.
Nah, do it, yo. I be wanting to hear about it and laugh.
Nah, I ain't doing it no more. I ain't gonna share.